Hey guys, it's Skulk3 and welcome to part 1. Part 1? Really, Joe? Can you not count to 5 anymore? Welcome to part 5 of Let's Play Rhythm Paradise. In the last part we completed column number 4, and in this part I think we all know what column I'm going to be going and doing. Well, according to me, we're going to be going and doing column number 1. Built to scale! Feel the rhythm! No. We are going to go ahead and start column 5 with Splashdown. There's no I in Synchronized Swimming, so get out there and... What? There is. There are several. Well, get out there anyway and show me your stuff. People who can't spell. What are you gonna do with your lives? Post on the internet? Oh, in your face, internet. I mock your inability to spell correctly. Synchronized Swimming takes skill and precision. Tap to dive underwater. Release to surface again. That was close. You tap and you never come back up. These people don't quite know how to swim properly. Try it out yourself. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Perhaps I just want to stay underwater forever. Maybe I have, like, impossible lungs. Maybe I'm a mermaid. Who knows? We can't see our legs. Can we? Well, not yet, at least. But that'll come later. Because, you see, this is kind of similar to Glee Club. You've got the hang of it. But there's more to it than just diving. Tap to dive underwater. And then flick to jump out of the water with a dolphin that you've secretly got hidden in your swimming costume. How do they smuggle those into the pool? Why don't you try it now? Yeah, so it's similar to Glee Club in the sense that you wait for the first two to go, and then you just wait for your time in turn with the rhythm, essentially. So yeah, it's different controls. Flick, flick, flick. Whereas before it would be release just to come back up, and then there's a third cue coming up now. Good, good. Now let's change it up. This one, it doesn't really tell you what to expect. So just you go underwater in time. Whoa, flick. So yeah, you wait for the audience to start going whoa, which is quite confusing at the moment, since there's no audience. The ghosts at the aquarium are cheering for us. Why are we in an aquarium? I don't know. That was perfect. Try to remember all that once the real thing starts. Who's to say that we're actually meant to be here and we haven't just dived into an enclosure at the zoo or something? I mean, sure, we're impressive, but the guards are going to get rid of us eventually. Also, what is with the people in the background? They are not exactly looking too pumped for this event, are they? Oh, synchronized swimming, whatever. I don't care, it took them ages and ages to perfect this routine. I'm just going to sit here and stare blankly at them. Blushing slightly, apparently. So yeah, as you see, if you're slightly off, then your dolphin will be like at a different height to the others as it goes along. But it's not a big problem as long as you're like riding on your dolphin accurately. Then you've got it good enough in the rhythm. If you haven't, then you're sort of grasping onto your dolphin for dear life. You might see that later. Depends on how well I do. But yeah, I like this song. It's a lot of cheery. Although I also have to wonder more again about the audience. That time we got thrown by another pair of people who... Not another pair, another trio. Which makes me wonder, where the heck are they? Are they just like underwater the whole time? Because those guys have got good lungs, if that's the case. Unless we're sort of like switching round, so like the first time round there's one trio, they go down and the other trio resurfaces later for them. And they just sort of cycle back. But I don't know. Gold medal all the way! Alright, we rock at diving and jumping with dolphins. Which, really, is the only skill you need in this modern day. Oh, this one. I like this one, but I don't think I'm especially good at it. It's one of the only games that I've never managed to get a perfect on. You may recall... I'll explain that in a bit. Big rock finish. These ghosts are rocking out at a late night show. Bedtime's coming though, so they have to keep the songs on the short side. So yeah, this is all about big rock finish. This is all about ghosts holding a concert. Where have you heard that before? Anywhere? I'm not sure. There's probably something somewhere. We've got this place for only a little while, so we have to hurry. Let's do a quick sound check before we go on. Da da da! This is how I guitar! Sounds good to me. You've clearly got musical talent. Now for a quick rehearsal. Listen to the count so that we can strum at the same time. If you just do what I'm doing, we'll be fine. Listen to the count so that we can strum at the same time. Ding, ding. Yeah, this one, I keep getting the cues wrong. 2, 1, 2, 3, dum 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 dum. I don't really know how the rhythm entirely works on this one. I think this is another one of those mini games where it's just you get a feel for it once you're playing it. That sounded spooktacular. We'll run through one last song before we go on. But yeah, the interesting thing about this one is 1, 2, 3. I don't remember how you learn the cues. I think it's just sort of from listening to him do it once. Man, I never realized how awesome we were. But the interesting thing about this one is that there's no actual set song. This is a list. This is a series of about 7 smaller songs, and they play it in a random order, except for the first and last ones, I think. So playing this game twice, you never get the exact same tune as you do the first time. 1, 2, 3. Very sorry, I'm not likely to be talking much in this one because I'm, as I've said, I'm really bad at this game, this minigame particularly. And as I was saying earlier, you may recall that I said I've got a full perfect on the other file. My sister actually completed 2, I think, of those games for me, but I'll get into that a bit later. I just said that earlier, didn't I? I think it was this one and the second version of Moai Doo-Wop I think she had to do for me, because I'm really crap at those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you're slightly off, then your guitar won't quite sound right. Ah! Or you'll strum too many times. This is why I'm not very good at this one, is that some of the rhythms are really, really, really sudden. Sorry. I'm ruining the concert! This is like the only one I know, I think. Apparently not! Don't even know that one. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like, they're so sudden, some of them are really quick, it's just crazy. You're right on the count, your guitar, what? Okay, I'll accept it, but I think it was really crap. That was a great show! Ah, man, we are just kicking ass and taking names with this one, aren't we? Oh. If you get a perfect in the Dazzles right now, you'll learn the following song. The Dazzles. Yeah, actually, I think that's the first time we've had a perfect attempt where you get a song. I think all the other ones have been things to read. Anyway, I'm gonna, as always, do a perfect attempt. If I fail, I'll see you for the next minigame. But if I get perfect, then here's the footage. Say what you like about the lyrics, they're better than Bieber. Congratulations, you got a perfect! You've earned the Dazzles, listen to it, 45, pushing yourself. Yes, so that's perfect on Dazzles then. Let's move on now to Dog Ninja! Ninjas rock! They can cut through like anything! Also, this ninja's a dog. He isn't just like a cool guy back in the 70s. He's actually a dog. Although he has surprisingly humanoid features otherwise. Time to show these veggies who's the ninja. That's a sentence you don't say too often in your life. Tap and hold to go into a slicing stance and flick to cut. Fla. Fla. Ah! Sudden vegetables! I wasn't ready for this. One flick, one flick. That's the rhythm for this one. It's nice and simple. Ah! As long as you're good at rhythm games, which I'm not, apparently. I think I just keep expecting it to be about one beat later that they'll turn up next. That's it! You got a real knack for this sort of thing. Can you do this? I don't know. Depends what this is. Ah, that's it. The next one is a bit quicker. I don't really remember this game too well. I haven't, like, with the some of the other columns, I've gone and practiced the games again on my other file, but I haven't done that for this one, which is probably a bad idea. Now do it for real. Yeah, so Dog Ninja is a game that I'm not really that familiar with. Now, it's quite weird. At the start, that eagle said, "Cut everything!" But there's never a point that it asks you to, like, avoid cutting certain things, which I think would have been a pretty good idea for this minigame. Like, avoid cutting some of the items we get later, which you'll see. It's not always bones of vegetables. By the way, why are we cutting vegetables? Does it just hate veggies or something? I guess if he's a dog, he might prefer, like, meaty chunks. He ain't no parrot. I have to say, this song is quite understated, but I like it. But yeah, as you see here, there's, like, tyres and stuff, so I think it would have been quite interesting to see it, like, don't cut the tyres in this next section or whatever. And not wanting to spoil things particularly, but I believe Dog Ninja doesn't get a second version of his minigame, which I think would have been the perfect opportunity to try avoid slashing cucumbers or whatever. Just to test. I mean, I know it's mostly a rhythm game. In fact, it's entirely a rhythm game. But I don't know. I think it just would have added a bit of extra flavour to it. Get it? Because vegetables. Those sword swings were swift. You didn't bat an eye at anything, but it was still just okay. You're not a true dog ninja. I think I've earned a little snack. Oh, so that's why we're cutting them, to make snacks. Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. But in any case, yes. Dog Ninja, first time, got an okay. The next one is fun. But yes, I have to go and superb this. So, I'll be back in a second. I've decided, from this day on, anytime I need to make a dish with vegetables, I'm just going to have my friends throw the vegetables at me and I'll slice them in midair. Anyways, nice sword action, those sword swings swift, yes. Nothing beats fresh sliced veggies. Ah, Dog Ninja's happy. Who's a good ninja? Who's a good ninja? In any case, yes. Let's move on to Frog Hop. These frogs really tear up the stage, but what really sells it are the backup dancers. Dance away and set that stage on fire. This one is going to be very hard for me to commentate on at the same time, because I think this might be our first example of a minigame which features you having to tap constantly. like, no matter what is going on. Anyways, you'll see in a second. It's time for a little pre-show rehearsal. Everybody shake your hips. So yeah, as you can see, this is what you're going to have to do throughout the whole minigame, is just tapping in the rhythm. Which is going to be very tricky for me to do while I'm talking as well. That's the way. You boys already know how to shake it. Next up. When I say yeah, 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 you follow along. Bear in mind that you have to keep tapping as well. And she'll say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tap, tap, tap. You have to get back into the tapping normally again, right after you've yeah, yeah, yeah'd all over the place. And yeah, this is why I'm anticipating this one being a problem for me, because, you know, I'm gonna have, like, I can't think of any that have had this thing going on throughout so far in the game. I mean, Crop Stomp was similar, but that was, like, mostly you didn't have to. Let's run through the next move. When I say Yahoo, you follow along. 3, 4, tap, tap, tap. Yahoo! It doesn't really sound like they're saying Yahoo to me, it sounds like they're saying Yahbloo. I'll let you listen to the next time. Oop. Sorry, I was too busy shaking my hips to notice she said Yahoo! Now, this is already pretty strange, but this is another one of my favourite minigames of this, just because it's so cool! I saved the best move for last, check this out. When I say spin it, boys, you spin it, boys. You don't say. But yeah, so, believe it or not, this is when you flick. Boys, spin it, boys. But I still think it sounds like she says mince it. Mince it, boys. Oops. Also, I'm gonna go is that if you get it slightly wrong, I think the voice is really deep. Spin it, boys. Spin it, boys. And yeah, you just have to, no matter what the cue is, get back into the hip shaking perfectly in rhythm. You boys know your moves. Time for us to hit the stage. But what I really like about this minigame is the song. It is awesome. It's jazz. Well, it's not jazz. It's not jazz at all, Joe. It says Young Love Rock and Roll right there. But it's, you know, it's kind of like cheesy and everything. And just wait for your cue to start. You don't want to start swinging your hips too early. It's also quite a bit faster than the tutorial, but that's fine. We've been through that with all the games so far, mostly. I thought it went slower. I don't think so. I'm sorry. Ah! Don't spin, Joe! That's not necessary. Okay, I'm very sorry. I'm not even going to try and talk anymore. Because that happens. So yeah, from this point on, silence. Ah. Again, I'm very sorry. I hope you'll forgive me for not talking there, but you could see why I needed to stop. Because not only did I have to keep up the rhythm constantly, I had to be able to spot the cues. You made me want to jump! You nailed the yeah-yeah-yeahs! You laid on some solid moves! I'm your biggest fan! Oh, little tiny girl frog thing. It's amazing. It's not often you get fans of, like, single backup dancers, is it? Or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't follow many things which have backup dances. In any case, perfect attempt to Remix 4. Back in a bit. Ah. Well, with that, I've now used up all my attempts of Remix 4. So in any case, Remix 5, it's time to pick things up. This is a peppy piece full of energy and fun. And no practice for you. I don't really remember this remix. As I said, I haven't practiced this column beforehand, so I don't really remember that much about it. So, this'll be interesting. Oh, I seem to remember this one being... I don't know. Kind of okay. It's coming back to me. Does this seem to recall the frogs are a bit tricksy when they pop up later? Why did they have an audience for him cutting up vegetables? Then I guess if it's something like Ready Steady Cook, or are there any other things where they have like, I guess like Iron Chef or whatever? Is Ready Steady Cook still a program, by the way? I never actually like watch it, so I don't know if it still exists or not. If it cancelled if it was stopped ages ago. I'm a bit out of touch with television, to be fair. Don't really watch it that much these days. Also, why are we wearing, like, snow hats? Also, apparently they've gone through their routine so much that they've changed gender. That happens, I guess. Either that or that's like another trio trying to imitate them. Trying to get in on their popularity. I don't want to see another frog troop trying to imitate us. Not after the last one. The world has enough dancing frogs. As much as I find the ghosts tricky to do, I like them. They have a lot of class. Especially the drummer, he's amazing. He's a guy. I like how this audience is like enthralled. Whereas the one for the Synchronized Swimming we saw before, at the most they were just like, yeah, it's a dolphin! I mean, come on. That was really great. I thought so too, thank you. Superb, we got a medal. Alright, this one has gone pretty well overall. Your performance had all the oomph of a rocking stadium concert. Sweet. I'd say so at least. So yes, I'm going to... Oh, that's a fun one. But not as fun as other ones that we're going to meet. But I digress, guys. That is for the next part of Let's Play Rhythm Paradise. So, all that's left is for me to say thank you very much for joining me for today's part. I shall see you probably tomorrow. That'll be a riot. Now I'm going to try and start upload. Oh, that reminds me. Thank you to Jake Kennedy / I'm pretty sure you're Leon Pride. Pretty damn certain. For introducing me to this video conversion software, which seems to be working pretty damn fantastically. So now editing should be less of hell. The audio quality, not audio quality, well, possibly audio quality as well, but the video quality will probably be a bit lower. But it means that I can cut down editing time from about an hour and a half to maybe half an hour or so. So yeah, that's always good. So thank you again. And so hopefully I'll be uploading videos a bit more regularly. But in any case, I shall see you guys in the next part of Let's Play Rhythm Paradise, when we start with this thing just here. What could it be? You'll never know until the next part. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.